Hey, what is up everyone? It is Undead back again for the 4th day of my 30 Days of Battlefront challenge series that has a new topic every single day. Today's topic is going to be all about maps, and more specifically, favorite maps. Now, there's a few different subsections I'm going to go ahead and break this down to. First of all, I'm going to talk about my favorite vanilla map in Battlefront 2015. Then I'm going to go ahead and talk about my favorite map on the DLCs that is available for Battlefront 2015. And finally, I'm going to go ahead and break it down to the map or maps I'm most excited for when Battlefront 2 launches in November. And I'll ask you guys those questions at the end too. But for now, let's go ahead and start off with the favorite vanilla map from the original game from Battlefront 2015. Now, arguably, when the game first launched back in, way back in November of 2015, seems like forever ago now, there wasn't much to choose from, but I'm going to go ahead and pretty much use the selection that we have now, so including all of the additions like Twilight and Hoth, and we also have Survivors and Endor, so I'll be taking those into consideration. So the way I kind of thought about doing this way was Supremacy and Walker Assault. Those are the two game modes. I immediately narrowed the maps down. Now, of course, there's smaller maps for game modes like Blast and Cargo and Heroes vs. Villains, but I wasn't really concerned with those too much. Those I would honestly have to make another video about. But as far as big maps and big scale maps, my favorite map undoubtedly has got to be Endor. For Walker Assault, it's got to be the daytime Endor, and Supremacy, it's got to be the nighttime Endor. Now, this is due to a number of reasons. For one, the gameplay in Endor, night or day, is so much fun. I love how detailed the map is. It's honestly crazy. And to this day, even with having played the Battlefront 2 beta, Endor from Battlefront 2015 still looks unbelievable to this very day. I still can't get over how good it looks, and that's one of the reasons why the cinematic I'm doing to kind of close out Battlefront 2015's life cycle is taking place on Endor. It's just such a gorgeous map, and that kind of goes, like I said, both ways for Supremacy. And Supremacy is the one at night, and that one looks phenomenal as well. The Death Star in the sky and kind of like the moonlit lake on that one side of the map with the Ewok village on the river, or the little lake there that's all lit up by the torches and lights. It looks so good. Such a good map. Now, as far as moving on to my favorite DLC map, there's quite a bit to choose from, and it's pretty hard. This one was really challenging because, on one hand, I really love Scarif and I really love Bespin, and hell, I even love Outer Rim, but the problem was Death Star took my heart, and some of you guys that have been watching this series from the start have heard me talk about my love for the Death Star DLC a few times now, but the Death Star maps are kind of so iconic because those are the ones we saw in the movies in Episode 4 and all the other movies in Episode 6 as well. So being able to explore those places that we see in the movies a little bit more in depth and just kind of wander around and just look at all these awesome places that we see in the films in the game is so special. But I really do appreciate what the Outer Rim DLC did with kind of fleshing out stuff like Jabba's Palace and stuff like that, and Solus, giving Solus that new planet that we've never seen before, a little bit more depth to it. That was really, really, really cool. I enjoyed Bespin. But the problem I found with it was I liked Bespin, I understood it, but I couldn't help the fact that the maps felt a little empty to me. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I understand that it is a city in the clouds. Obviously that whole that's kind of the whole point about it. But the maps just felt pretty empty as far as kind of objects in the field. It was just kind of flat. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's bad maps, but yeah, just compared to Death Star or Outer Rim, they kind of just felt bare bones. And Scarif for me was just too small, if that makes sense. Just kind of too small. It was kind of too linear. I think it was kind of funny when the DLC first launched. Everyone was kind of freaked out a little bit because some of the bushes you can't actually move through, and some of the trees and foliage were just solid objects. That was pretty funny when we all kind of realized that. We're like, oh shit, wait a minute. But anyway, really quickly before I go ahead and wrap this video up for you guys, nice and quick, is Battlefront 2 maps I'm most excited for, and there's a few. First of all, I'm gonna rocket these off for you guys. Tatooine, Mos Eisley. I can't believe we didn't have this one in the first game, but I am so excited to see it in its beautiful Frostbite rendition with the second game. Hoth. I'm actually really excited to see Hoth again. I know you might be wondering, Hoth, but we already have Hoth. But Hoth if I'm not mistaken, I remember reading it or hearing it somewhere that Hoth in Battlefront 2 is one of the biggest maps they've ever done. And if that's true, I'm really looking forward to it. Next up for Battlefront 2 is Yavin 4. I'm extremely excited to see how that map plays out, and it looks gorgeous from everything we've seen. Moving on to the prequel trilogy, I'm extremely excited for Kashyyyk, of course, kind of like the clone D-Day, as well as Camino, the home place of the clone production facility. It looks amazing, especially from the leaks if you guys have seen it. Wink, wink. Starkiller Base from the sequel trilogy looks great, and I cannot wait to see that sequel trilogy kind of Death Star kind of look. It's going to look very cool. I'm looking forward to playing out on the outside of the Starkiller Base as well as the interior of it. It should be amazing. And finally, coming in December for the Last Jedi release is Crate. Now, we don't know too much about this planet right now, but provided with the scenes that we've seen in the teasers, as well as the stuff that we've seen in the trailer that just released a few days ago, actually, it really looks like it's going to be shaping up to be a fantastic Galactic Assault map. I love the colors, the white contrasting with the beautiful red. I really can't wait to see that map in game. It's going to be beautiful, let alone to see it in theaters. But that about does it for me today, guys. I'd love to leave you all with a few questions. First of all, what is your favorite Battlefront 2015 vanilla map? Is it one of the larger ones found in Walker Assault or Supremacy, or maybe some of the smaller variants found in Heroes vs. Villains, Cargo, or Blast? And secondly, what is your favorite DLC map? And you can only choose one, so choose wisely. And finally, guys, what is your most hyped map for Battlefront 2? Which one are you looking forward to most? I'd love to hear it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.